Hey folks, I'm project creator Dan Wilson. Game On is set to be a web series about a deeply personal story of friendship, misconnections, following your dreams, and all of the choices along the way. But that's a bold-faced lie. Game On is really a raunchy comedy and a mockumentary. Darren Boyce is thrown into an extraordinary situation when he is allowed his lifelong goal of playing professional hockey after being drafted to the Memphis Bombers. Unfortunately, following a dismal 3-year contract, he's sitting pretty on top of the free agents list without a renewed contract. That is where our story picks up, when Darren decides to revisit his hometown. Along with that, he gets to reunite with his nerdy best friends, rekindle love with his high school sweetheart, and remember what it actually was that he fell in love with in a town that he once called home. This is a story that deeply resonates within me. I come from a town that oozes with team spirit from the ground up. The players, spectators, the parents, and community leaders all show a massive amount of support for our athletic community, and I just want to do that justice. At its core, Game On is a clash of worlds between that of the sports world and gaming culture. I've been a storyteller for a while now, ever since completing a school video project in my senior year. That's when I really knew that filmmaking is what I wanted to do with my life. So after graduation, I started writing screenplays and teleplays, stage plays, and began to shop them around. But it wasn't until meeting writer-director Brad Mills and be given the opportunity to act behind the scenes as a PA on his indie horror movie, Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger, that I actually had my eyes open to the possibility of shooting my own production. It was a great experience. So, I decided to shoot in the web series format for one particular reason, and that's urgency. You see, when you're shooting in a web series format, everything has to come alive, everything has to pop out. So your story has to be raw and almost unchained, so that story and character, everything you do, is truly three-dimensional and not just flat, because you have such a little time frame to work with, right? And Darren's story in particular is one of a really personal identity crisis. And shooting with such time restraints really allows the urgency of that situation to shine. The production already does have a line on some funding and equipment. What you're looking at here, instead of, say, filming the pitch video on the flashy camera that we're going to be using to shoot the series in, is my need to keep this personal, a one-on-one between me as the creator and you. With that said, what you would be purchasing by making the decision to back this, outside of some of the neat perks down there, is additional equipment, such as sound equipment and lighting. You'd also be allowing us additional funds for scouting locations. And most importantly, post-production. In post-production, we do the cleanup and packaging that allows us to do what this is all about. Get the product out to you. When I first started writing this thing, when I first started to really get to work, I ended up with 33 scripts. In contrast, what I ended up with in the end is 10. 10 scripts for 10 episodes. The hardest part about it was trying to find that balance, the sweet spot, the story that I wanted to tell. More importantly, the story that I wanted to tell you. With that said, I really thank you for your time and consideration. I'm going to cut this off.